There is an invisible verdict. It is delivered in the first 3 seconds. No words, no debate. Society looks at you. It decides whether you deserve respect. And here is the painful part. You still work hard. You are still kind. You still try to live honestly. But doors open slower for you. Your words carry less weight. You must prove more than others. No one is judging your character. They are ranking your position. Hold this frame, because from here on, everything you misunderstood will become clear. You think the world is cruel. You think people look down on you because they are evil, because they are arrogant. Wrong. They are not evil. They are precise response machines. They are reacting to the exact signal you are unconsciously broadcasting. A signal of scarcity. You think the escape is trying harder, speaking better, convincing louder, proving your worth aggressively. Wrong again. That mindset belongs to someone sinking in quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. Every unnecessary explanation is a red stamp on your forehead. It says, "I am beneath you. Please accept me." Engrave this rule into memory. The social machine does not reward effort to please. It grants territory to control. Whoever controls themselves gains space. They get air. They get choice. Whoever lives in lack, lacks confidence, craves approval, gets compressed immediately. The system scans tiny details. Your clothes, even expensive ones worn timidly. The way you enter a room quietly. The frozen silence when someone tests you. If the radar detects someone pushable, it will push. Not once, forever. It will replay disrespect in every room you enter. Family tables, meeting rooms. But listen carefully. Do not despair. Them pushing you is not the tragedy. That is their role. The real tragedy is this. You were never taught how to build a psychological spine to withstand the push. This video will not teach cheap manipulation. No tricks to force fear or intimidation. We go deeper. You will learn how to shut down the scarcity signals that automatically place you at the bottom. By the end of this video, you will understand one hidden law. Change your inner state, and the world's tone toward you changes automatically. From loose to compressed, from begging to grounded. No heated arguments, no desperate proving, no humiliating attention-seeking. You simply enter the room with inner structure, with psychological wealth. The system is forced to respect. That is winning without fighting, and that is what we do now. Listen to the silence when you enter a room. A conference table, a first-date cafe. The air thickens instantly. Money disappears. Status disappears. Humans return to instinct. We read each other. Without words, the primitive brain scans the room. Dangerously, it scans your confidence too. A brutal order emerges. Who is relaxed? Who seeks approval? Who exists without explanation? Who speaks to justify existence? You feel it, don't you? Not in thought, in the chest. A subtle drop, like standing on soft ground. Fear whispers. Do not stay silent. Smile, speak, show value. That is the trap. That chest contraction is the signal of submission. The moment you try to do something, you admit you have no place yet. The war ends the moment you try to fight it. Go beneath polite smiles, beneath handshakes. The other brain is not moral, it is ancient. Cold, accurate, it runs one program: risk assessment, hierarchy positioning. They do not just see your clothes. They sense your presence, energy. When your energy lacks peace, not money, not talent, you emit low frequency. The frequency of hunger, of approval seeking, of weak boundaries. Their instinct lights up. This one is weak. This one is steerable. In that moment, your shadow awakens. Do not misunderstand. It is not evil. It is fear, the scream of a child afraid of abandonment, encoded through millions of years. Fear of exile, fear of losing the fire circle, fear of invisibility. The shadow whispers commands. Say something, explain quickly, prove you belong. You think you are communicating, you think you are protecting yourself, but every forced smile, every excessive explanation is a permission slip. You bow invisibly, you extend your hand for approval credit. You are no longer participating, you are begging to exist. Accept a brutal truth. When you look poor, Everything works against you, not wallet poor, posture poor, inner state poor. Society does not punish lack of talent. It punishes signals of inner poverty. Do not confuse competence with position. You can be brilliant, dedicated, but if your signal is hesitation, fear of conflict, approval hunger, the world responds with indifference, not because it is evil, because it is natural order. Power flows downhill. From inner wealth to inner scarcity, in lions, in boardrooms, who reacts more is always lower. Watch your explanations. When you rush to clarify, you are not sharing information, you are performing submission. Only subordinates explain. Only debtors justify themselves. Explaining without being asked places you below. You sign an invisible contract. You may judge me. My existence depends on approval. This is not morality, this is physics. Gravity crushes the weak. The system never crowns someone apologizing for existing. This is the fracture point, where most people surrender themselves. When judged, they adopt victimhood. This world is unfair, they are shallow, they don't see my value. If Viktor Frankl stood here, he would not comfort you. He would reveal this. You did not lose freedom to cruelty. You lost it by reacting too fast. Between stimulus and response, there is a gap. Tiny, fragile. That gap is where dignity lives. Scarcity-minded people miss it. They bow instantly, explain instantly. They become slaves of circumstance. But you can choose differently. You cannot control judgment, but you control posture inside judgment. In that gap, you choose power. Do not react fearfully. Do not explain unearned. Do not defend ego panic. This silence is not weakness. It is strategic withdrawal from a rigged game. Refuse the rule. I make you feel small. You must prove otherwise. When you refuse, no force can touch you. Observe a common tragedy. Well-dressed people, polished appearance, yet invisible. In meetings, eyes drift away. At parties, conversations cut off. No one asks them to continue. Why? Not incompetence, not cruelty, empty presence. They suffer absolute adaptability, always yielding, always nodding. Anything is fine, I'm okay. This is not politeness. It is a declaration of worthlessness. You tell the world your comfort is cheap. The world listens. You become a background character. Not hated, ignored, the highest price. Behind the forced smile is fear of conflict, fear of being inconvenient, fear of friction. This fear rewrites your system. You become social lubricant, smooth, invisible. You slide through rooms. No gravity. The lie whispers. If I'm easy, they will keep me. False. Society never rewards easy. Easy is disposable. Only gravity commands respect. Gravity comes from boundaries, from saying no, from friction. Without it, you become replaceable. Flexible people are always replaced first. You think adaptability equals cooperation. To systems, you are a cheap universal part. Cut budgets. Conflict arises. Who sacrifices? Never the rigid. Always you. You absorb shocks. The system seeks least resistance. If you have no boundaries, you are the path. You lose rhythm. Power is rhythm integrity. When you lose it, you orbit others. Respect evaporates silently. Frankl asks one question: acceptance or respect? They rarely coexist early. Acceptance is cheap. Respect is costly. When you look poor, you sell respect to buy smiles. Exit lies here. Stop flattening yourself. Become three-dimensional. Use the pause. When asked, pause. Do not answer instantly. Do not smile reflexively. Silence signals thought. Thought signals weight. Weight shifts power. True power never strains. Tension reveals fear. Real power compresses. Energy held. When presence gains mass, people slow down. They choose words carefully. They stop pushing. Order resets. You are no longer poor in position. You are internally wealthy. Final truth. Techniques fail without substance. The pillar must be built alone. With discipline, silence, shadow work, self-trust creates respect. Meditation trains the gap. Shadow work dissolves fear. Inner structure ends scarcity. When you stop reacting, the world recalibrates. Not loudly, irreversibly. Stop being a beggar of approval. Become sovereign. The world will follow. You do not need more accessories. You do not need louder words. You need one thing: a stable axis inside you. That axis changes everything. Because the real poor signal never comes from your wallet. It comes from wobble. It comes from inner drift. It comes from a person who cannot stay centered under pressure. That is why criticism breaks you. That is why suspicion triggers you. That is why you overexplain. That is why you chase understanding. You think you want clarity. You actually want safety. And the world can smell that. This system does not debate morality. It detects stability. It chooses what can stand. It abandons what cannot. So stop asking for moral fairness. Stop bargaining with gravity. Gravity does not care. If you feel offended by this, good. That sting is information. That sting reveals the lie you believed. You believed kindness guarantees respect. You believed effort guarantees territory. It does not. Respect follows weight. Territory follows control. Now you know the real question. Can you hold your center when the room tests you? Can you stay slow when others rush you? Can you stay quiet when others provoke you? That is the entire game. Not confidence theater, not alpha performance, inner structure. So here is your practice. You will rehearse the pause daily, not in public, in private. Sit 10 minutes, do nothing, let discomfort rise, let impatience scream, and do not obey it. You train the gap. You train the space Frankl described. You train the moment where freedom lives. Then you add discipline. Make a small promise. Keep it. Wake up when you said. Finish what you started. One kept promise builds self-trust. Self-trust builds gravity. Then you do the hardest work. You face the shadow. You ask the forbidden questions. Why do I fear judgment? Why do I fear conflict? Why do I fear being disliked? Write the answers. Do not decorate them. Name the child inside you. Name the fear it carries. Because what you cannot name will run your life. Jung warned about this. The unconscious controls your choices. Then you call it fate. You end that cycle here. You stop running. You stop hiding. You stop negotiating your existence. And something strange happens. You walk outside with less performance, but more presence. Your breath becomes slower. Your gaze becomes steadier. Your body stops apologizing. Your voice stops pleading. You do not demand respect. You make disrespect inconvenient. People feel it. They adjust. They speak differently. They push less. They wait. Not because you scared them, because you stopped signaling need. Need is the scent of weakness. Need invites pressure. Calm denies pressure, a target. That is why the world changes. Not because you won arguments, not because you proved worth, but because you stopped leaking your power. So remember the title. When you look poor, everything works against you. Now refine it. When you signal inner scarcity, the world treats you like scarcity. When you signal inner wealth, the world slows down around you. And here is the final line. You do not become powerful by adding more. You become powerful by keeping your center. That is the real wealth. A spine that does not bend for approval. A mind that does not sprint to defend ego. A heart that stays warm without becoming soft. Now step back into the world. Do not rush. Do not overtalk. Pause. Compress. Hold your ground. Let the room adjust to you, because you are not begging anymore. You are sovereign, and from this moment, the system must respond.